This is a do-it-yourself baitfish hook upgrade that you guys who tie flies can make. I always bring a handful of these when I go to the Keys. It adds a little bit of extra attractant, even if you're using a little piece of bait down there. They also will get bit, especially by pinfish, just as they are. And I discovered with just a little tip of squid, ballyhoo can't get enough of these things. For the most part, the specific type of materials doesn't make that much difference when tying these lures. Any small hook with a relatively long shank will work. In this case, I'm using a Mustad size 8 long curve nymph hook. I'm using some Danville's fly tying thread here in red color for highly scientific reasons, including that that's what happened to be threaded on my bobbin, and why not red? And really in this case, all the thread does is anchor the flash material onto the hook shank, so the type and weight of thread is not that important. And for those of you who are not fly tiers, that gizmo that I've got my thread on is called a bobbin. It gives you a way to keep tension on the thread and operate it with one hand. The attractant I'm using here is Crystal Flash UV Pearl. It is a very useful material in fly tying and very versatile. You can see I've just got a little pinch of it here, and I'm tying it onto the hook. I'm going to sweep back a little bit of the extra here to keep it clear of the hook eye before I tie it down. I'm going to give it a couple of more wraps of thread here just to fully secure the flash material. And the hardcore fly tiers among you are going to realize that I'm not whip finishing, I'm just putting in a few half hitches. I'm going to give it a little bit of trim to get that extra out of the way. I'm going to give the attractant a little bit of a pull back and trim it off just a little bit longer than the hook shank. And I'm going to secure the whole thing with a little crazy glue. I found it works best to put just a little bit of crazy glue on the tip of a toothpick and just touch the threads on the front of the lure with it. Crazy glue is very strong and very durable. The only downside of it is it's fairly thick, so there's an even chance that it's going to close up the hook eye. So for that reason, I will poke that hook eye with the tip of another hook before I go to tie this on the line. And that's the finished product. Like I say, I always bring a handful of these when I go to the Keys. I like fishing them when I'm hook and lining for baitfish, like pinfish or ballyhoo. And I like fishing these as opposed to just a plain hook, because if your bait gets taken by one baitfish, with an attractant on the hook, there's still a chance that another one will take it just as it is. And I found, like I say, that these definitely outfish a plain hook when fishing for ballyhoo. And thank you for watching. As always, I'm Jeff Cappings. You can look me up at jeffthedesigner.com for all your graphic design needs.